But now it's time for us to move on to the next segment, which is Rapid Bias. In this segment, I'll be asking my guests biased questions that they've got asked at some point in life. And in Brenda's case, biased questions that trans people get asked quite a lot. So, Brenda, are you ready for all the questions?
Yes, let's go for it.
All right, let's go. First question. If you don't look like a woman, you're not a trans woman.
Yes, we get asked those questions. It's just maybe it gets severe, based on certain physical qualities. Like the taller you are, for us Asians, we are not expected to be as tall as the like European people, but we get asked those questions a lot, right? If we have big hands or big feet, if our Adam's apple is protruding or very big, then that causes some insecurities towards trans women, and that forces many of us to actually undergo a lot of facial feminization surgeries. It's not just about having like the genitalia of a cisgender woman, but sometimes the body can cause us such insecurities because others are noticing us for that. We are being policed in terms of our body, so to speak.
And the next question is, wow, a trans person can work as a lecturer?
There's this stereotyping, that trans people experience, that we're supposed to be working in the same field. Either we are entertainers, dancers, or we do sex work, or we work in the salons, or we work in fashion, or behind the scenes and entertainment. And that is a stereotype. It's like what Asians are being stereotyped as, in Western societies, and that all Asians look alike, all Asians think alike, etc. So I guess we really have to move away from that stereotype, and we can just do any job because we can.
For sure, yeah. And the next one is, are you Thai?
Well, because we're Southeast Asians, we share the same qualities. It's automatic that Thai people are the ones who are most receptive towards LGBT, especially trans. That's the assumption of everybody else in Asia or everybody else around the world. In class, I sometimes make this fun. We're in. I would say that Thailand is the top factory of trans people, followed by the Philippines. So when I get asked, "Oh, you're from Thailand?" I just say that I'm from the Philippines. Oh yes, Philippines, because Philippines also produce another a group of trans women. Yeah, so these are stereotypes as well.
Right. And the next question is, did you do the surgeries? Do you have a vagina already? Are your breasts fake?
I get asked about my breasts when I meet dates. So when some these are the questions they ask on Tinder. Like they would ask, are those real breasts? As if breasts could be fake or real, and that's very disrespectful, of course, but we try to give them the benefit of the doubt. We sometimes, for some of us, we get a little bit more patient, because we feel we have this obligation we don't have the obligation, but we feel that we have to educate the public about us. And then I shared earlier my stories about being asked about surgeries and about having a vagina. And those are among the worst questions that's asked of us, as if, and for all women out there, if we talk about International Women's Day or Women's Day, Women's Month, then one thing that women should remember is that we are not just about our vaginas. In fact, the vagina is not just a physical representation of who we are. Women with or without vaginas are women. Because it's not just about our vaginas that make us women, or breasts, for that matter.
And finally, what kind of guys do you like? Are they straight if they date you?
One of the most frequently asked questions, because especially for us in the Philippines, we are used to the idea of masculinity. Actually, there's this blurred idea of masculinity and straightness. They feel that it's the same. Being masculine is equals to being straight. And when we don't have the same discourse on gender or in sexuality in society, there is a kind of confusion, and you live through that confusion continuously. And so when we date guys, we get asked questions by many people, if the guys who are dating us are actually straight. So that's why there is this story that became a movie, A Soldier's Girl. It's the story of Calpurnia Adams. It's a real life story. She's an American trans woman, and she had a boyfriend who was a soldier, and they had a secret affair. And eventually, when the soldier was found out by other soldiers that he was having an affair with a trans woman, the assumption is that he is gay. So they killed him. So they killed a man who was capable of loving a trans woman because of their homophobia. So that's why it's really sad. For some people, they find it a funny question. But what they don't know, there is so much violence and hate and misunderstanding and trauma behind that, because it's like preventing trans women from finding love. And then also, not all trans women are attracted to men. There are trans women who are attracted to women, and there are trans women who are bisexual, pansexual, asexual as well. So trans women can just be like you or me. So hopefully those questions don't get asked of us in the future.
Yeah, exactly. There's definitely difference between like being curious and being disrespectful. So thank you so much for going through these questions with us in Rapid Bias, Brenda.